Hi, and welcome to Blissbound Yoga. I'm Summer Yeagley. Today's class is a deep stretch yoga practice designed to open up the body and really get us aligned with the energy that we want to start our day with or continue our day on with, aligning the mind, the spirit, and the body. Just a really peaceful, open, energized state. If that sounds good to you, grab a mat, optional little block or pillow to sit on, and we'll get started. Come to a kneeling position on your mat. If kneeling doesn't feel great in your body, you can always come to a seated position on the mat. That's perfect too. We find length through the spine, the hands resting in the lap or on the legs. Let's inhale, roll the shoulders up to the ears, and then exhale them down the back, opening up the chest. 2 more times just like that. Breathe in, up, breathe down, and out. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Closing the eyes, so we just begin to focus on the breath. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Let's continue lengthening the breath here. Breathe in just a little deeper. Exhale, open mouth completely. Feeling your face relax, your shoulders relaxed. Let's continue to follow the breath for these last few moments here. Maybe finding an ujjayi breathing pattern. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the nose with a slight restriction in the back of the throat. The inhales through the nose again, and then with the exhale, we kind of think about as if we're going to blow the air out of a tiny little hole in the throat. It has a soft oceanic sound in your inner ear as you release the out breath. Each exhale, think about lengthening it out just a touch longer than the in-breath. Taking these moments just to really ground into the breath, using the breath as an anchor to drop into the present moment. Thinking about relaxing and finding a feeling of ease and softness in the breath so that we can find ease and softness, slowing of thought in the mind, and ease in the body. 2 more breaths just like that. Slowly blinking the eyes open, let's inhale the arms out to the sides. Bringing the hands right behind the ears. Inhale to open up the chest. Maybe lift the gaze gently. And then exhale, side bend to the right. Staying open through shoulders. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Side body stretch. 1 more time each side. Exhale to side bend. Inhale to flow through center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, center. We reach the fingertips right up to the sky, interlace the palms, and then flip the hands up to the sky. Long, full body stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out, chin to chest, hands to the top of the head, stretching back of the neck, shoulders. Inhale, open. Exhale, cactus the arms. Crack open the heart as you lift the gaze to the sky. Let's do that 1 more time. Breathe in. Interlace the hands and flip the palms. Exhale, chin to chest, hands right to the crown of the head. And just take a full breath here. Inhale, release upward. Exhale, crack the heart. Inhale, hands, heart center. With the hands at the heart, we're going to set an intention or a sankalpa for our practice. And so just thinking about maybe an energy or a feeling that you want to invoke through the rest of your day, or maybe through the rest of your week. Maybe there's a theme coming up for you. And if nothing is coming up for you, I'm just going to offer the intention of self-care, intention of taking care of yourself today. And that includes just showing up to your mat, right? Gently stretching your body, breathing with it, relaxing it, moving it. Beautiful. With an inhale, let's reach that up to the sky. And then exhale, sweep the arms down and around onto the mat. Moving your support off to the side. Let's take knees to the wide edges of the mat, toes to touch. Exhale back through child's pose. Walking fingertips further forward, forehead to the mat. And you might find some gentle movements here, maybe wiggling through the hips to settle in. Maybe rocking the third eye on the mat, massaging out the face, tension in the forehead. And let's take a collective breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And let's continue just to regulate the breath here. Taking this moment just to feel grounded and connected with the earth beneath you, your body heavy, pressing into the ground. Full deep breaths into the back of the heart, and long, slow exhales to sink and soften. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come forward, tabletop position. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. And then exhale, cat pose, press the ground away, chin to chest. Strengthening and stretching the back of the body, length of the spine. Continue to move back and forth with the breath. We inhale to pull the heart through the pose. Lift the tailbone. Exhale, press the ground away as you reach the spine up to the sky. Create space in between those shoulder blades. A few more times here. You might even feel good to close your eyes, allowing yourself just to drop in. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Let's all tuck toes under, walking hands about one hand length out in front of you. Lift hips high, downward facing dog, as the gaze reaches towards the toes. Spreading fingertips wide, let's just pedal out the feet. Getting space along the backs of the legs. Take a couple open mouth exhales. Think about tilting the pelvis forward, bending the knees as little or as much as is needed. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, the gaze comes up to the hands. We take 2 big steps up, forward fold. Feet can be a little bit wider here. As you exhale, release chin to chest. Opposite hand, opposite elbow for ragdoll. Shifting your weight from heel to toe. You might even figure eight through the arms. Or maybe shift the weight forward and back, balancing on the feet. Shaking the head out. No can feel nice too. Long, heavy neck, heavy head. Upper body just completely surrendering to gravity. Releasing hands down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, straight legs. Exhale, hands down. And we're gonna heel toe feet in. One big step back with the right foot. Low lunge. Inhale to rise. And then exhale, we're gonna find eagle arms. So arms out, and then right arm under left. Clasping the hands, let's draw shoulders or elbows in line with shoulders. Hands up and away. Think about sending the energy of the front knee forward. Nice deep stretch through right hip flexor. If you need help for stability, always option to tuck those back toes under. Let's connect back to the breath for 3 Ujjayi breaths here. In through the nose and out through the nose. Releasing hands to the mat. Let's exhale back. Half splits, picking up the toes. Hips back towards the heels. And we walk the fingertips back right in line under the shoulders. Inhale halfway. Option to exhale, maybe fold a little bit deeper, bending through elbows. Think about gliding left hip back, right hip forward. Breathing deeply into those tight spaces. Maybe some open mouth exhales feel good here. From here, we're going to step into that front foot, opening up to the wide edge of our mat, turning to the right. We plant right hand behind us, coming into side plank, stack through shoulders and hips. Option to stay here, or slowly begin to float left toes, keeping a flex in the foot here. Starting to strengthen that leg, hold and breathe. Think about pressing the ground away with that planted hand. One more breath in and out. We rotate to the back of the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, sink back into puppy pose. Kneeling down, we sick the tailbone high and then release forehead down to the ground. Think about walking the fingertips further forward as you create space in between the tailbone and the hip points. One more breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Tucking toes under. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Let's take a cleansing breath here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out. Traveling to the front of the mat, 2 big steps. Now we're actually at the back, technically. We heel toe feet together. Right foot front, left foot steps back, low lunge. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, arms out and around, left under right, eagle arms. Sink just a touch into the bend in the front knee. Think about pressing up and out of the left knee. Nice deep stretch through left hip flexor. And then send the arms actively out and away to open the upper back. Once you're there, you might think about connecting with your core, knitting those low ribs together, and slow and steady breathing. Exhale, hands frame front foot. Gliding hips back, peel the front toes forward. Walking hands back under shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, release. Lowering the head down. Even thinking chin to chest as you release over the front leg. Notice if you're holding tension unnecessarily in your face. See if you can just soften that, letting go as you melt further forward. Inhale halfway, and we walk it out to the left. Side plank on this side. Plant left hand. Inhale, right arm to the sky to open. Pressing the ground away, we have an option to hover the right leg long, lifting it up off of the ground. Keeping a flex in those toes, hold in space, and breathe. Focusing your gaze. Stay lifted for 2 more breaths. With an exhale, we come back down to hands and knees. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round and curl back, downward facing dog. Gaze to the feet. From here, let's walk the hands back to meet the feet for Malasana. So toes out, heels in. We're sink down nice and low. Hands through heart center. Right through the heart as the elbows open up the knees. If you have a support you'd like to sit on, that's a nice option here. Otherwise, heavy in the hips. Even sway side to side gently as you settle in. Closing the eye as we drop into the body. Notice just how it feels to be here in this moment. How it feels to breathe here. How it feels to be with your body. Maybe just doing a little check-in with yourself. How do you feel today? How do you sleep? How are you showing up to the mat? Without any judgment or wishing things were different than they are. Just full acceptance of where you are today. Knowing that we're always changing, we're always shifting. Nothing here is constant. Everything's always changing. Release the gaze down to the ground and the hands follow. We walk the hands out, and we're just going to draw the right knee to right tricep for pigeon pose, gliding the hips back. Option to stay up onto the hands, maybe using a support. We can come down to the forearms. And wherever you're at, notice how it feels just to kind of let the head relax just a bit more. A few deep, nourishing breaths here. Inhale to come up onto the hands. We tuck left toes under, shift weight forward, step right foot back, left foot forward. Pigeon the side. Think about aligning that front foot in line with the front edge of the mat. Nice big flex through left toes. With an exhale, gently come on down to your support. to your elbows. Let the head be heavy wherever you land. And then closing the eyes, connect to the breath. The breath being this anchor to guide us into deep relaxation. And see if you can just find this feeling of just enjoying the breath. Right? It's such a pleasant thing just to breathe slowly and relaxedly. Relaxedly, it's not a word. And peacefully. Slowly begin to sit onto your left hip point, swing the right leg all the way around. From here, we're going to turn the hands out to the left and the right. Plant the feet on the mat. With an inhale, we're going to send the hips high and through the sky, reverse tabletop. Head is one long extension of the spine, making sure we're not overexposing the throat. Lift the hips just a little higher. Hi, Willow. And then exhale, come on down. We'll do that one more time, so take a deep breath in neutral. And then inhale to lift it back up. Hold for the inhale. And then exhale, come on down. To counterbalance that, we round and curl. Hands around the legs, chin to chest. Rounding the spine. Legs wide. And one hand clasping a couple fingers so you can just relax into this pose. With an inhale, we lift it up. Option to come to a seat on a support. Maybe a block, a pillow. You can come back to kneeling if that feels good for you. Maybe cross-legged if you're meeting me. Start to close the eyes. Just soften the gaze down, finding a bit of stillness as we come to the close of our practice. And in this way, we kind of just honor and just really soak in the benefits of this practice today. Taking a couple more slow, deep breaths as we savor these last moments together. We'll end today's class by reading a little quote. Just continue to close the eyes and just take this in. Take exquisite care of yourself. Sleep deeply, stretch gently, drink water, drink herbs infused in water, drink in the warmth of the sun, allow beauty to be a priority, breathe, meditate, write down your desires, visualize, sweat, bathe, take your time, let life move in your direction. Stop rushing, stop chasing. Take exquisite care of yourself now. It's a quote by The Daily Rest. Let's bring hands to heart center. Feeling gratitude for time for self-care, right? Time to do this practice to stretch our bodies gently. Gratitude for the reminder of self-care, right? To always drink more water and eat something healthy, get some sunshine, take exquisite care of yourself. Thumbs to third eye. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you all so much for practicing today. Please remember to like and subscribe for more content. I so appreciate you spending your precious time and energy with me practicing on the mat. So good to connect with each and every one of you. Have a beautiful day.